What's good, everyone? Welcome back to the Bobby Stickz Experiment. Today's episode is titled, With Big Risk Comes Big Rewards. Yeah, I flipped it a little. Because everybody loves saying, no risk, no reward. But nobody tells you how uncomfortable risk actually feels. Let's be honest. Risk does not motivate you in the moment. Risk feels like sweaty palms, second guessing yourself, calling your friend just to hear them say, "You sure about that?" Nobody posts the anxiety part on Instagram. They only post the big reward part with a caption that says, "Bet on yourself." Yeah, but they don't show the part where they almost threw up before betting. Big risk is quitting the job that pays you consistently to chase the one thing that pays you spiritually. Big risk is starting a podcast when 3 people are listening. And one of them is your cousin who thinks you should get a real job. Big risk is telling somebody how you really feel. Because rejection, that's emotional skydiving without checking the parachute. Here's what's funny though. People clap for reward. Nobody claps when you take the leap. You tell someone, "I'm thinking about starting my own business." They say, "That's risky." But when it works, "Oh, I always knew you could do it." No, you didn't, Tasha. You literally sent me a job application link. And let's talk about fear for a second. Fear is like a bomb explosion. It's loud. It's dramatic. It's convincing. Fear will sit on your shoulders like a financial advisor who only invests in safety. Don't do that. What if you fail? What if people laugh? But here's the twist. What if you win? What if the thing you're scared to do is the exact door that changes your life? Most people don't fail because they took a big risk. They fail because they never committed fully. They dipped their toe in. They half launch. They half try. They half believe. You can't expect big rewards from half-hearted effort. That's like going to the gym once and checking the mirror for abs. Relax. Let me say something controversial. Big risk doesn't always mean quitting everything dramatically. Sometimes big risk is consistency. It's showing up every day when nobody's clapping. It's posting content when engagement is quiet. It's working on your craft when validation is non-existent. That's risky too, because you're investing in time without guaranteed applause. But here's what separates people. Comfort pays small. Risk pays scale. Comfort gives you stability. Risk gives you possibility. Comfort keeps you safe. Risk keeps you growing. And growth is uncomfortable by design. Now, don't get me wrong. Not every risk is smart. Jumping to something without strategy isn't courage. It's pretty much sabotage. There's a difference between betting on yourself and gambling with no plan. Big risks should come with preparation. It's studying, skill building, timing. Calculated risk hits different. And can we talk about regret? Regret weighs more than failure. Failure at least teaches you something. Regret just sits there, whispering, what if? What if you tried? What if you moved? What if you spoke up? That whisper only gets louder as you age. Then there's the people we admire. They all took a leap at some point. They all had a moment where it didn't make sense on paper. They all had doubters, uncertainty, late nights, but they moved away. And that's the part we skip when we only focus on reward. Here are the facts. Big rewards are rarely instant. They compound. Skill compounds. Confidence compounds. Reputation compounds. And one day, the same thing that looked risky looks visionary. Same move, different perspective. So if you're sitting on an idea, a move, a decision, ask yourself, is the comfort temporary or is the regret permanent? Because comfort zones are nice, but nothing legendary has ever been built by playing it safe. With big risks comes big rewards. But more importantly, with big risks comes growth. And even if the reward doesn't look how you imagine, you'll never have to wonder if. This has been big risks, big rewards. So take the leap. Do it scared. Just don't do it reckless. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you've enjoyed this podcast. Until next time, take care.